and thanks for buying the Lark Macrame plant hanger kit. One of my favourite kits. It's a really good, simple craft. You should be able to do it within about an hour maximum, and they make really good gifts. Just buy a simple plant or propagate some plants that you have at home and you are ready to give them away. So let's get started. This is what we're aiming to achieve in this video, but you're starting with a bunch of ropes, and then you've got 3 beads, a little wooden hook and some basic written instructions, but I prefer to explain things like this. You'll also need a pair of scissors. So let me just move this around. I'm just going to use some teaching ropes, which are nice and different coloured, so it should make it a little bit easier for you to understand. But first we need to prepare your ropes. So amongst this bundle of stuff is 6 long lengths and 2 short lengths. So let me just take away the 2 short lengths, you don't need those just yet, and then find your 6 long lengths, and then just make sure they're roughly at the same length. What you'll find is that they won't be all the same. It's really hard to cut these because they end up all getting a bit it's a little bit stretchy, so as we cut them they kind of shrink, so or grow. But we always give you much more than you need, so don't worry too much. One's got missing, let me just find that. There you go. And that's number 6, I think. Oh no, maybe that's number 6. Sorry, that's number 6. All right, so I've got my 6 together. I'm popping them through my wooden ring, and then I'm just bringing them to the centre. All right, and like you said, slightly different lengths, but it's all good. So with these brighter ropes, I'll just show you the first knot. So you're going to take one of your shorter lengths and you're going to do a gathering knot. So a gathering knot is where you just make a little U shape, just a couple of inches long, and I just place my left thumb on top of it, and then I start to wrap the thread around to the left. You want this to be nice and tight so it secures all the threads together. So that's 1 rotation, 2. So you're just going lower and lower each time. I can't go too far with this one because it's quite thick. You'll be able to go around a couple more times. When you've got to as far as you can take the end, pop it through the bottom of the U, and then take the top one and then pull that up towards the ceiling. That will get trapped. I'm actually going to quickly show you it one more time, but also on my actual correct colour one. So let's do a little switcheroo. So here we go. U shape, flip it round to the left, holding it with your left thumb. The first wrap is the hardest, and then it gets easier. Excuse me if I look a bit hot, it's like the hottest day of the year today. And that, wrapping it round, get to the end, pop it through the U shape at the bottom, and then pull that up towards the ceiling. And that is your first knot, the gathering knot. All right, I'm going to switch back to this one. Okay, so once you've done your gathering knots, you can just snip off those excess bits so that they disappear, and there will be maybe a little bit left over, so we'll just stuff them in with the tip of our scissors, and that's the starting knots for each of ours done and ready to go with our nice new knots. So I'm about to show you the square knot, which is the most common knot. It's this one here, it's this one here, it's this one here. So basically, once you've learned how to make this, you can make one of them. Right, so you're going to take your 4 strands, so you're just going to grab any 4 from your plant hanger, and then you're going to be placing them, so you're going to think of the 2 middle ones as the lazy strands, and then the left and the right are going to be switching positions. They're going to be the busy strands. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the left hand one, we're going to make the shape of a number 4, like so, and it must be like a traditional number 4 with its arm sticking out, because the right hand strand needs to go over the top of that, and that's the one, the top strand there, goes underneath the 2 lazies. Grab it with your fingers there and pull it through. It sits where you've done it, but then you need to position it to just below the knot that you've done earlier. So you do kind of need 3 hands for this. You will get used to it, but I'm using my thumb there to kind of keep those straight, and then I'm using my fingers to pull those to the right and the left with a bit of a horizontal action. Okay, so you would go around and you would do that with all your sets. So I'll do it one more time for you. So you've got your shape of your number 4 over the 2 lazies, the right one over the top, and then that's the one that's coming through the centre of the 4 underneath the lazies, and then you're putting it in position. Okay, so when you've done that with all the sets of rope, you can then go back. It's great working somewhere like this where you've got like a hook. You could use a hook in the wall, anything to kind of be stood up when you're working if possible. Then we're going to do the other half. This currently isn't a square knot, and as it is, it would fall out. So we need to do the second part. The second part is you take the right hand strand and you basically do the same but in reverse. So a backwards number 4, the left hand strand goes over the top. That's the one that goes up and under the lazies, through the centre of the backwards 4, raising it up, and you kind of want to pull it until there's no air visible. You don't want it crazy tight. You don't want it to be loose with big holes in it. You just want to stop when kind of you can't see through it anymore. So just to go through that one again, a backwards number 4, pop the left hand strand over the top of the arm of the backwards 4, pull it through the centre, and then raise it up. And again, you would do that on all 3 of your sets of 4. Now you can start doing some design work. So you could either now do another square knot a little bit further down and leave a little bit of space. The benefit of that, so I did a correct 4 first, then an incorrect 4 second. So always doing them as pairs. They don't really work by themselves. So you could scatter a few square knots along the length of your design, or you could bundle up a few next to each other. So just again doing a correct 4 first and then doing an incorrect 4 second. I don't like to give an exact pattern of what you need to do. I want you to experiment, and the great thing is they're really easy to take out if you don't like the look. So you can have a little play around with one of the strands. When you're happy with the design, you can then repeat it on the other 2 until you've maybe got to about 10-15 centimetres of work, and then I'll show you another knot. Okay, let's go. So the next knot I'm going to show you is this one here. So it's like a twisted knot that goes round and round like a DNA spiral. Okay, so let's just put that back safely. So for this one, you actually know how to do it already. You're just going to do the correct 4 process over and over again. So you're not going to do correct, incorrect. You're going to do correct, 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 correct. So I just did 1. I do it again. And what happens? It just kind of kicks itself out to one side and just makes it rotate. That's the great thing of standing up to do this, is that you can kind of walk around with it and make sure that you're always working from the front. Generally, you have to do 6 or 7 to do a full rotation and to have a full spiral. So just carry on like that, and you've got a lovely little spiral. So again, you could place those somewhere on your work. My top tip for this would be, don't go straight from a square to a spiral. Do like I've done and leave a little space in between, otherwise it almost looks like you've made a mistake. And then the final thing I want to show you for your design is how to add beads. I actually don't have a bead that fits on this chunky rope, so I'll just quickly revert to this one here. So you would just do, say, like a little knot first. So I'm just going to do a regular square knot. Just to hold it in place, so it's like a stopper. Then I'm going to take my 2 centre strands, and then I'm going to take one of my 3 beads, and then you can either use a pen or something to help push them through, or I find if you spin it, then actually it comes out the other side. You raise that to the top, and then off you go again. Do another square knot below it. And that's just a little feature. I'm also going to do another one of my top tips whilst I've got your attention. If, for instance, at this point you were noticing that these 2 strands that have been super busy are really short, and these 2 are really long, and you're a bit worried you're not going to be able to do the length of plant hanger you want, the bead is a really good time to do a switcheroo. So changing these to be the lazies and make these the busy strands. So what I do is I take the two outside ones, I pop them together, I twist them into the bead, like so. So it looks slightly different, but no one would ever notice. So I'm just going to just manoeuvre them slightly, just make sure that the bead ends up in the middle. And then I do a square knot as normal, but with the inner strands now on the outside. So I've saved myself the worry of not being able to make the length of plant hanger that I want. So like I said, a little bit of manoeuvring to do, but it totally stays in place once you've secured it. So I'm just doing a correct 4 and an incorrect 4, and you can hardly tell that I've done that. All right, the final bit will be turning it into a plant hanger. So when you've done the design that you want down the 3 sides, we just need to join the strands together, and then you'll see at the bottom there's another gathering knot like the one we did at the beginning, holding all the strands together. So you need to make sure you stop when your shortest length of rope is about 30 centimetres, otherwise you're not going to be able to finish the piece. So all you're going to be doing is taking 2 from the right. In fact, I'll put my bright colours on again. So when you're happy with your design, you're going to take 2 from the right of one, and then the 2 from its neighbouring one. So 2 from the left and 2 from the right, and they're going to become friends. Drop it down about 15 centimetres. So what I find useful is using the written instruction, because that's about 15 centimetres long, placing that along the side, and that's where you want to connect your 2 from the right of one and your 2 from the left of another. So I'm going to pop my knot about here. The reason for the distance is that it makes it big enough opening so that you can get a plant pot inside, so don't go too close. So about here, I'm just going to do a square knot as normal once, so it's always a correct, followed by an incorrect. I'm going to do the same with those 2. So I'm taking 2 from this one to the 2 next to it, so the left and the right, same height. That's probably the hardest bit, is making sure that they're a similar height. Doing a correct 4 and an incorrect 4. Then last set, grabbing those 2, and there's only 2 more left to do. So correct right and left. Like so. That's your little plant holder bit. And then to finish it off, you just drop down about the length of the pot itself. Don't go really low, because otherwise your pot's going to fall out of the side. So just kind of about, what's that, about 2 inches down, about 5 or 6 centimetres down. Take your other piece of rope. So gather all your strands together, make yourself a little U shape again, flip it around to the left, and then start wrapping it round. Like I said, I can't get round too many times because my rope is so thick, but you should be able to get round about 6 or 7 times. And then with the end, pop it through the loop at the bottom, grab this one, raise it up, just tidy that up a bit, raise it up to the ceiling, make sure that that gets trapped underneath. You can cut off the excess so it's not ugly, and then you can grab a pair of scissors and cut this to whatever length you want. And my top tip is, if you do have a little rogue one that's kind of looking a bit shorter than the rest, just cut it off and just tuck it inside so that it disappears and you just have 11 hanging down. No one will ever notice. And then finally, pop a plant inside, and then you're ready to hang that and make some more. Hope you've enjoyed this video and hope to see you again for some craft. Bye.